Hey, everybody, welcome back.
Hey guys.
So, we've been getting snow and
And
rain.
rain.
Yeah. Weird because usually where we live, once it starts snowing, it doesn't stop for like 6 months. So, the rain's weird.
Did you notice that it's supposed to be back up to high 50s next week?
Isn't it bananas? And
It's
so I got
so
home
weird.
late tonight and it's muddy and nasty and awful out. It's like spring weather. And if you guys don't live in Idaho, then we're Montana, you're not. We don't we don't get this. This is like
No.
we go nice fall, cold, freezing, below zero, below zero, below zero, cold, icy snow for months. And then we get the icky mud, nasty weather in the spring.
hmm
So I have to tell you, I got home late tonight and before our show, and my goats, like my farm animals are used to being fed like right at sundown, no matter what sundown is. That's when I usually feed, right? And they were so mad because I was like an hour and a half early and they're just stomping around, pissed off at the world. And yeah, I always love the amount of joy that I get when I drive in the driveway.
They're like, yes, it's feeding time.
I don't know. I think they're cussing me out. I think the dogs are happy. They're always happy because they're idiots.
Yeah.
But the goats are never happy. Like
No.
they're mean midget people. You know what I'm
They
saying?
really are though. I mean, but as long as you give them cookies or tortillas, they seem fine.
Yeah. So they
I mean,
had
at
to
least
eat out.
yours.
Yeah. They had to eat out in the drizzle tonight and they were very unhappy because I wouldn't feed them in the stall. Because then all they do is they bounce off each other. They just ram each other into walls, fighting for all the
Yeah.
hay. And I'm like, no, you guys stop it. They're so mean. One of them
Yeah.
knocked me in the butt yesterday morning right into the wheelbarrow.
Well,
Just
he's like,
bam.
that is like the hardest part about goats though, is like I see so many people with goats and they will jump on all over your vehicles and they'll jump all over you. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
no. But that's why I don't get like why some people let them out
No,
everywhere.
I won't ever let no
And
mine.
I've never seen yours like out just running amok because
No.
oh man, they would be all over everything of yours.
They destroy everything. They're cute.
hmm
So I did have a couple that were bottle fed. One of my mamas had four in her litter, and they can't nurse, they can't produce that much milk. So we had
No.
to pull two of them and bottle feed them, and so they wore diapers in the house, and
I
they're
mean, hey,
that's so cute. They're just
yeah.
bouncing up all of the furniture and going crazy. They're as
I
great as
think you should
kittens.
get some staining goats though.
I have one.
And then I can go out there and be like, bang, and just watch it go.
Uh huh. Yeah, I've got the one back. That's a fainting ghost.
Did you?
Yeah, she's
Oh,
back.
I didn't know
And then the
that. I'll have
new
to come
one I
out.
have, I think he's part fainting because every once in a while he kind of freezes up like he's going to pop over. So, yeah.
I think those are the funniest things when they're just like, bam.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, isn't that great? Like, I don't know. I think it's funny. They're funny little animals, though.
You
But
need to
this
come out and see
weather,
the new one. I don't think
I
you've seen the
do.
new one. Have you
I
seen
don't
him?
think I have.
Yeah, your
No.
daughter named him.
Oh, then, yeah, maybe I did.
Sean, little Sean.
Is that what she named him?
Yeah. Because I had Liam and Seamus, and so now I have Sean.
That's awesome. I don't even think I remember, like, exactly. Gosh, it seems like it's been forever since I've been out there.
You know it. It's crazy.
It
So,
is.
our show, we're going to do all kinds of crime, guys. It's not always murder. We have some funeral home stuff that's going to be coming up
Yes.
because we have a local story that's bananas that I've
Oh,
done on another show, but I think let's do it because we have more information so we can take it from the beginning again on this show. I
did
have
you
a
see
lot of
the recent news on that one?
yes. So we'll have to bring it all
I
in.
know. Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this
That
man
one's just
deserves God
wild.
in hell. I swear to God, you guys. Yeah, we'll get into it. It's craziness and we will get into it. But tonight, you've got quite a case.
Yes. So tonight, and I'm just going to be kind of reading over my notes because I have it all down on my phone. Sorry, my eyes like are so buggy tonight from looking at a computer screen all day.
I
that's all
know.
I do anymore. And I'm like, it's so aggravating. It seems like I'm so glad I went to school to stare at a computer screen most of the time now.
That's what we do. I know my eyes been really tired this week. Yeah.
Yeah. And the energy's just been off.
I think 26 is going to be better. So if you guys are on our crime show, you need to go over to Pocatello Paranormal Research on that page,
Yes.
on YouTube page, because we do live psychic show on Wednesday nights at 7 Mountain Time. And we do talk about energy, and we do talk about energy readings, what's going on with the energy shifts and the moon and all that kind of stuff. And 2025 allegedly is the end of a 7-year cycle, and the end of a 7-year cycle is astronomically, I guess, it's always really, really hard. You lose a lot of people on 7-year cycles, and alcoholism and drug use and everything it's more intense. Like feelings are more intense, anger is more intense, and so I'm hoping. Here's hoping 26 brings it down.
I hope so.
Because
we've got to have a shift.
Hell of a year. It's been a crazy year and a bad year, and I want people to find their joy again, because it's been hard this year to find it for a lot of people.
It has been. I mean, and it doesn't help with just everything, the cost of living and where we're at. I just don't get it. I mean, I don't. I've lived here my whole life, and I'm like, why are we paying this much for a 2-bedroom house?
I know.
This is insane.
I moved here 15 and a half years ago, and I was renting that A-frame. I posted a picture on my Facebook. I was renting this beautiful A-frame. It was two bedroom, but a huge place. You could make 3 bedrooms out of it, but they didn't. And it was $800. Huge place.
Yeah.
With like 2 acres of land. I was renting that before I bought this. I'm like,
and now how much does it go for?
Oh, I can't even imagine. I bet it's $2,000. Probably.
Especially if it has land with it. Yeah.
Yeah. It had a little barn. It wasn't the greatest land. Like I wouldn't want to put a horse on it, but it did have a little barn. I mean, you could, in a pinch, fence it off, put your horse up there. But I can't even imagine like the prices, and we're in Southeast Idaho, and the prices here, well, it's bananas. It's bananas.
I don't understand what happened from like 2019, 2020, beginning of that time frame to now.
Right. Because our salaries have not gone up.
The only thing that has changed is all of the out-of-staters who sold their houses for pennies on the dollar, or they sold their houses because, and we'll use California for an instance. Like a house down there that's worth $1 million is like a house here that wouldn't be worth 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Into kind of comparison.
Right.
So then they're selling that and then coming up here and buying houses for pennies on the dollar, a lot of the time with cash. And then they're like, oh, but we're going to rent it, but we're going to increase that rent.
Mm-hmm.
But then it gets into this point where nobody can find housing. That what can you do other than to pay the housing market?
Yeah. It was laughable because our city hall, they put out a post last week that you could survive on $1,200 here. We're like, you can't even rent something for $1,200 a month.
No, did you see my comment? I'm like this article is so
affordable economy, and I'm like, we have.
And they had like 3 different articles, and I'm like, anyone who believes this, they're not from here.
No,
because we all know this bullcrap.
So when I moved here, it was even more affordable than West Texas, where I was at before I was here. I've lived all over the country. Idaho is definitely not the most affordable. I can tell you that. So
now or always?
Even then, when I moved here, it was not. No, I've lived in other states where it was. I rented a really nice place for like $600-700 a month. But yeah, and then
it's so frustrating because there's not a give and take on it.
So, yeah, I'm like, God, I'm going to clean house when I finally sell this place, because it's it's going to be over $1 million.
Oh
Easy.
yeah.
I bought it for
Very easy.
189.
Yeah. And that is like the saddest part too, is you're seeing so many houses that are not worth anything. Like realistically, when we look at it, hey, it's not worth nothing. But then they're selling it for 3 or 4 times what it's truly worth.
Yeah.
And it's because they can.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do it. You do that when you own property, you sell it for as much as you can get, So
Yeah. And it's very heartbreaking because this is why the homeless is becoming a huge, huge issue here,
Mhm.
and amongst many other things.
Yes, I hear you. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get into your crime, girl. Let's go for it.
All right. So tonight's story, it comes from a little tiny town in Texas that's nearly been erased by time, except for one unsolved strange death. The locals still whisper that something not human was involved. This is the moonlight murder of Who's Springs. A forgotten case soaked in superstition, shadow figures, and a victim who claimed he was being stalked by ghosts before he died. Which
Yeah,
is kind of
crazy, isn't it? I mean, think about
yeah.
it. I mean,
Yes.
what if, okay, maybe he was. I mean, what if it really happened? What if that really happened?
That it
I guess
honestly wouldn't surprise me.
No. I mean, especially like my ex combined schizophrenia with mediumship. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't know what's real. You really don't know
No.
what's real because he was schizophrenic and then he had this incredible gift. So,
And that's the hardest part in it, is that a lot of schizophrenics, how do we know that they're not just seeing things on the other realm, but they've been diagnosed as schizophrenia, because
right,
it's not openly talked about until
right.
the last, what, I'd say 10 years maybe.
Maybe 10 years. But it's still, the medical community kind of shuns any kind of diagnosis other than schizophrenia, a known mental condition. They don't want to deal
Oh
with
yeah.
it.
Because actually the doctor I used to work with before he left, he was very, no, it is black and white. There is no gray. And I'm like, what? I'm like, he's like, it's all evolution. I'm like, what? I'm like, I have seen way too
Science,
much in my life to know that
science is
there's way more.
constantly evolving. Like
Yeah.
what we think is true today, in 5 years from now, will be proven untrue, and there's a new truth. That's science, and that's I'm in the science field, and you're constantly going, oh, okay. Well, we had the assumption it did X, but it's doing Y, and
Yeah.
we're constantly learning, and if you're not, you're the issue, really. So.
And that's why, if you are in Southeast Idaho, take her paranormal class, because it truly is amazing.
Oh,
Because it
thank you.
is. I mean, I learned a lot. But this was the man who said the ghost wanted him dead. So it was in early 1935. A quiet little farmhand named Ellis Turner. He was 41, began telling neighbors something strange. There's a spirit following me. I see him near the tree line at night.
There's shit in tree lines. Things hide in
Yeah.
tree lines. From
Yeah.
critters to things we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're
And
out
it's
all the
eerie.
time too. And I grew up in the
Oh,
forest and tree lines.
there is some
Mm.
areas that I go into that I'm like, oh no, I'm totally good. I'm gonna go back this way.
Yeah.
But nobody believed him. But over the next few weeks, he refused to walk home after dark. He claimed a shadow man whispered to him. He said something tapped on his window every night. He stopped sleeping. He carved a crude cross into his front door. His sister said he looked hollowed out, like something was chewing at his sanity.
Oh, wow. So you got to wonder, was this the onset of schizophrenia? Was this onset of some kind of mental condition? Or was this actually being driven by some thing?
Outside supernatural force.
Right. Some supernatural thing. Yeah.
It's kind of that weird twist of it, because if you look at the logical side, it's you're losing your mind.
How old is he?
40,
you said 40 something?
he was 41. He was 41.
41. So usually, isn't that a little? Too old
That's
for
way
like the
late.
onset of schizophrenia. Usually that happens in like the 20s, right?
Because men it hits younger than it does women. So yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah,
So
so this
to be coming on at 41, unless it was like he was doing drugs, it was a drug induced schizophrenic.
right.
But I mean,
Okay.
from everything that I could find, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, but then it was on the night of April 13th, 1935, a rare red moon hung over the trees. Around midnight, neighbors heard Ellis screaming from his cabin, "Get out, leave me alone." By the time they reached him, the door was locked from the inside. They forced it open, and what they found didn't make any sense. This crime scene should have like been impossible, like not possible. Ellis was unalived in the middle of the floor, throat slashed ear to ear. I don't know if we can say that, but
You
there
just
was
did.
no,
It's okay.
yeah, with no weapon anywhere in the cabin, no footprints, no forced entry, no blood trail from anyone else.
So, like, did they think he did it to himself?
Well, but if, I mean, if you're thinking ear to ear,
I mean, you could.
but you would have something right there.
You would think it would be, yeah. Oh, there was no weapon.
There was no weapon. No
Yeah.
weapon. So no weapon anywhere in the cabin. No footprints, no forced entry, no blood trail from anyone else. Just Ellis, in a room full of bizarre details. His fingernails were packed with pine needles as if he'd been clawing the forest. His bed was untouched. The windows were nailed shut from inside. And on the floor beside him, one single footprint burned into the wood, cloven like a hoof.
Shit.
Right? The
I
police
mean,
had no
come on.
explanation. Like
That's
no one
freaky.
had.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Like that
That's
is.
the hook. Okay. Yeah. Like all of the movies that we see, all of these like different paranormal stuff, I'm
Yeah.
okay until they show a cloven hoof. And that bothers me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
I
because I
wonder
have so
why.
many cloven hoof animals. I don't like the idea of something cloven hoofed attacking. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no.
It's
No.
creepy.
Like what happens if like one of your animals go
You know,
demonic on you and
Sean comes in the house in the middle of the night with
all
a
of a
knife.
sudden I'm like on 2 feet, like two hooves, like coming
Goat popping around the bed trying to kill me.
right. So the police had no explanation, and actually a week later, one of the officers quit and refused to ever talk about the case again.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, cops don't like paranormal phenomenon. They like
No.
true black and white crime that they can solve, and that's why. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they're very logical people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which I mean, as a police officer, it makes sense. You've
sure.
got to think inside the box of like what the facts are.
Yeah,
And when you can't prove the fact.
yeah.
So there was witness sightings. Multiple neighbors reported seeing a tall, dark figure move into the woods minutes after Ella's screaming stopped. A local preacher said he found Ellis 3 days later, or 3 days earlier, sorry, not later, wandering near the cemetery at dawn, muttering, "He's coming for me on the blood moon." Their preacher
This is
swore Ellis' eyes
this
were
is
pitch
creepy.
black,
This is creepy.
right?
Like this guy
This one
knew.
is, yeah. Like he knew that there was something out there, something was coming for him, and it wasn't going to be good.
Oh man, and nobody's going to believe him.
No,
Nobody would
never.
believe me. I mean, if I said that, they'd all think I off my rocker, and that would be that. Well,
I mean,
more.
you're not off your rock. But I mean, I think it would be a little more believable on your instance just because we all know you and know the life that you live outside of like work and stuff, the
Yeah,
paranormal, all that. But I'm thinking back in 1935,
yeah. It's not. Nobody really talked
where
about anything like this.
no, I mean,
And if
by
you did,
then,
you were a witch, and you were labeled, and you were shunned, and
yes, like big time. Because I'm like, paganism by then had been pushed out by Christianity
mhm.
completely. I mean, and by that time frame, that's when all the other religions kind of started to form their way in. But yeah, people think you are like nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
That you got into the mustache man's stash or something. Like been up for too many
Yeah.
days. You need a nap and a
Right.
sandwich, buddy. So the investigation went nowhere. The sheriffs declared it self-inflicted, even though the wound angle made that impossible. There was no weapon. They didn't find
Right.
anything. The door was locked from inside. No one could have slipped out without being seen. Locals whispered that Ellis had been marked by something in the woods. The cabin was abandoned. No one has ever lived there since. To this day, hikers say they see a man shaped shadow standing at the doorway on a full moon. Some say they hear Ellis scream for help, and others say the shadow watches them. So,
Wow.
how
So
eerie
to
is
this
that?
day, people see the shadow.
Hmm.
You got to wonder, I mean, was he doing anything to draw this in? Did he, okay, so we getting off of murder and into paranormal, people come to us all the time, and especially in the class that we teach and at the university, that when you don't know what you're messing with, it causes problems. Teenagers and Ouija boards. The Ouija board itself is not the problem. It's what you're drawing in. Like, you're not
Hmm.
talking to your dead Uncle Fred, you're talking to anything and everything. That's a bad thing. So could he
Yeah.
be? I wonder if he was doing anything like that.
From what I could find, he was quiet, dependable. He did have some superstitions, but he was harmless. He was the type who talked to his horses more than people.
Oh, that's me.
I mean, which I like animals more than people.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy though.
I
So it's
yeah.
like he was marked, and this thing was going to take him no matter what.
Yeah, and I mean, the cabin that he lived in was what he inherited from his grandparents. And it was right on the edge of a heavy pine forest locals called the holler,
The holler, yeah. Everything in the South
which
is the holler. Yeah.
but it had ties or stories tied to strange lights, shadow figures, people going missing, and something called the Watcher in the Pines, an old folk legend.
That's really interesting. That's super interesting because we've run into, it's funny how this one, I mean, it brings out the paranormal that we do, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
we've run into two non-human entities here in Southeast Idaho, and I'm sure they actually move elsewhere, but we've run into them on two cases. We've run into two entities, and they're always together, and one of them's called the Watcher.
Oh,
That's
that's
when
creepy.
we ask you, like when we ask how old are you, they don't understand it. They say we've
Because
always
they're
been.
not,
We've
yeah.
always, like, they've always been. They've always been. And when we asked their name, they didn't understand a name. I said, "What can I call you? What do I call you?" And the one said the Watcher, and the other one said the Keeper.
Oh, that just totally gave me chills.
Uh-huh. And the Keeper makes people very ill. It goes in and it causes bad things, bad juju in the house. It doesn't physically
Hmm.
harm, it causes you to want to harm, or it causes you to get sick, or it causes personality changes. And then the Watcher comes in just to watch the chaos.
It totally sounds like this case in some sense. Because here he was, like he avoided the woods. That part of the woods, he avoided it until that year. So
Mm-hmm.
what switched?
Yeah. So was it the Keeper pushing him into doing something he would not normally do? So here's the deal. Like, people, if you've never seen crime scene photos, and you can see any crime scene photo you want on the internet, um, it's a cutting of a throat, there is so much arterial spray that everything is soaked. It's not like the movies where it just kind of rolls down the shirt and then,
No,
no, it's
you have
going
so many
everywhere.
main arteries right there that there's just no way.
Right. And so this is a violent scene for, you can't just like, you, I mean, I
And
guess
that's
you
where
could
I'm
do it
meaning
now, but this
like
was a
where
cut,
the
not
fact
like,
that no, it was cut ear to
yeah,
ear. And the fact that they found no weapon.
yeah, no weapon and the house is closed. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
And so a few weeks before his death, though, he did tell his sister he made a horrible mistake. He wouldn't say what it was at first, just I shouldn't have gone into the trees at night. I woke something up.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
eventually, yeah, he told her
You
the whole
can't.
story. Like, you
And
no.
if you don't have somebody knowledgeable to undo that for you, I mean, these things people are going, no, this
Yeah.
stuff really does happen. There are forces that we don't understand fully because it's like
Yeah.
taboo to even talk about them. No, it's really
And
out there.
and that's what I don't like. It frustrates me about the society we live in because you guys, it's there. I mean, if you look at the Appalachians,
Yeah.
there's rules.
Yep.
Like rules. That is one area I've decided from a long ago that I'm not going hiking. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm totally good.
see, that's why I want to move there again. I lived there for a while and I loved it.
Okay, well, I guess if you move there again, I will come down and go see you.
There you
But
go.
I
Because I
know the
love
rule.
it.
Like in
It's
that, when that sun goes down, you're inside.
no, we didn't do that. But there's
No,
no, but there's definitely there's customs. And but I wasn't because I wasn't raised there. Like I gotta go ride my horses in the mountains at night. Whatever. It didn't bother me. That didn't bother me. But there's parts of Appalachia that is different.
that you just walk to and you're like, no, I'm totally good here. We're gonna go this way.
I'm glad I'm
And
armed,
then
you know.
yeah, but then the hard part is even if you're armed, if it's not
If it's
something human,
supernatural, then yeah, you're not gonna.
I mean, I don't know what you could do at that
I
point.
gotta wonder what he did. I'm so curious.
Um, so as I go more through it, he did say that he heard a voice calling his name. It was soft at first, then it got louder and louder. He thought it was the neighbor's kids lost in the wood. He walked in with a lantern. He saw no child, but he felt someone standing very close behind him, close enough that he could hear the breath on his neck.
Oh, hell no.
Ugh. When he turned, the lantern went out. He said he saw a tall black figure between the trees. No face, just the outline. And it whispered, I've been waiting for you.
Oh, that's so mimics are never good. And if it was mimicking the kids, that's never a good sign. That's a and
No.
but he wouldn't know. He's just going in to help the kids.
Yeah. And it just like this thing just kept calling him in and he kept thinking it was the kids. He ran home and then didn't sleep for 2 days.
Yeah, that
I mean, and then at that point, and that's where, like you say, the keeper and the watcher steps in because if they're going to drive, the keeper's going to drive them to do things. Okay, you're going to drive them stir crazy. And then once you go without sleep, I mean, one day, you guys, I'll have to tell you some of my stories from my past. Because, yeah, when you go quite a few nights without sleep, you definitely see things that aren't really there.
that's why I'm no longer an air traffic controller. So
Yeah.
yeah, in the Navy, I was an air traffic controller, and I'm a chronic insomniac, and I went 3 days without. About the end of my tour anyway, but I was 3 days without sleep, and I couldn't tell. I sometimes I just don't sleep, and it's days, and I'm just your brain cannot function without sleep. And I was looking at the radar scope, and I couldn't see the airplane. I was trying to. I was like, somebody was trying. It's called a handoff, trying to hand me an aircraft to control, and I kept looking. I'm like, where is it? I had no idea. I couldn't focus on it, and it wasn't there. It was not there for me. And I got in a wreck driving home that night from the base. And because I couldn't, the road all of a sudden went in three directions, and I didn't know which one to take. I was that tired.
And then you got shadow people coming out.
Can you imagine?
So
you got insomnia and fear and something paranormal going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So then from that night on, everything about Ellis changed. His sister had said that he wouldn't eat unless someone watched him. Slept only a few minutes at a time. He started locking the door with the furniture stacked behind it, kept every lamp burning until the fuel ran out, jumped at shadows that weren't there.
Poor
He
guy.
told his sister, it follows me inside now. It doesn't need the woods.
Oh shit. So it was locked
Yes.
in the woods until it made contact with him.
And so it had to feed off, I think, somebody.
Well, it's people poo-poo this. They think, oh, this is just stupid, but too bad they didn't have somebody who did practice some sort of something
Something.
um to that he could have gone to help him break this hold.
Right? And the crazy part about it is the neighbors heard the tapping on his windows.
He had neighbors close enough to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And sometimes 3 taps, sometimes slow scrape, like claws dragging across the glass. Oh, that just bleh, like nails on a chalkboard. Um, but one neighbor heard Ellis shout, "Leave me alone! You're not getting my soul."
Wow.
I mean, and then the desperation of carving he carved rough crosses into the door, the window frames, his bed frame, and even his own chest and lightly scratched.
Wow.
When asked why, he said it's afraid of the cross, but only until the moon turns red.
Mm.
And it was that blood moon that, but no one knew what he meant, you know. But then the night of the blood moon is when he died. And so, and I dug a little deeper into it, and it says that around 11:45, that's when the neighbors heard a deep, non-human growling coming from Ellis's cabin. What? That's freaky.
Yeah, that would tend to the pucker factor would go up on that one if you heard it
Yeah. But then I'm
because
like, okay, well, if you guys heard this, why didn't you
because they were probably terrified. They didn't want to
yes.
go. They didn't because they've seen something going down for the last week or so, and you know what I mean.
That over the few weeks leading up to it, that it
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
complete chaos, madness, everything. A woman said it sounded like a man and an animal screaming together.
Mm.
And then at midnight, Ellis screamed, "It's here, it's in the room with me," then silence. Minutes later, a hellish shriek echoed across the property, and that's when the neighbors ran to the cabin.
That's crazy. And
Yeah.
and so it was ruled suicide.
They never ruled it out, I think,
Oh,
as
they never
anything.
ruled it.
No. I mean, but then they had to get in there. They had to break in because everything was bolted shut, even the door.
Yeah, in small
So
town
no one could have
forces.
entered.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there he was on the floor, throat slashed, so deep it nearly decapitated him.
God, that's a lot of force.
Yeah. And the blood splattered only in the tight circle around him.
That's not. How does that
That's
happen?
not that's not humanly possible.
No.
No weapons, no footprints except for that well, the hoof and then Ellis's footprints.
Wow. Makes me
Like
want to go
it's
light a white candle right now and get rid of the energy I'm feeling. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, that's bad.
yeah. Like this one was seriously, I don't know, when I was going through stories and I dug a little deeper than just on the newspaper.com that we use because I'm like, I don't know. I like the gruesome, weird things.
Did you find this
Um,
the story there?
so I just started searching stuff online and then I just used
Yeah.
different, sites
Yeah.
to dig more into it. But yeah, and within the year, the cabin was abandoned. 3 different owners tried to fix it up, all left within days. People still claim to see Ellis's lantern on, and no one, everyone refuses to go, or the hunters refuse to go to that part of the pines. They won't go over
Yeah,
there.
we gotta go, girl. We gotta go. I want to see
I
this
know. I'm like, I totally
road
think we should
trip.
do that.
I know.
I mean, so it comes down to that thing: who or what killed him?
Yeah, I don't think it was a who. No.
I, I think it was a what.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think he started losing his mind, but I think that there was outside forces in why he was losing his mind.
Well, I think any of us any of us are capable of losing it with that
Yeah.
amount of stress and fear, and not having anybody to turn to for help. Yeah,
No.
poor
I mean,
guy.
and I always just try to put myself back into like these time frames, and especially back then, especially as women, we would have ended up in a loony bin
Oh
so
hell yeah!
fast. Like
It's
they'd have
really
been
too
like,
bad.
"Nope, she's lost it."
I, I mean, people through the ages, almost anywhere you go, there's somebody who practices some sort of earthbound paganism type, right? And it's too bad because that's not all voodoo and black magic, guys. It's a lot of earthbound
No.
and light and healing energy and all that kind of stuff. And it's too bad they didn't have somebody there he could have gone to who maybe could have helped him. But
I mean,
maybe there's
there's
no way to
dark and
help.
white.
Yeah,
There's black and white. I am full believer of that. But I think back in that time frame, it was so secluded on who knew
yeah. Well, you
to
kept your mouth
where,
shut if you weren't a believer in whatever the faith was in that region, because
yeah.
yeah,
Because if not, then we all remember the Salem witch
yeah,
trials, and
yeah,
it's sad because how many people have gone through this,
right. Oh man, this poor guy. When you told me
right?
initially the name of this, I was thinking of a completely different story. So this story I
Oh,
had not heard
really?
before. Yeah, yeah, and because there was another one with similar title, but it was more of a serial type scenario. It wasn't just this one. No, it was different.
Just
Yeah, it was
yeah.
completely different. And this is
This one's intense. I was
yeah, it's
like, I
intense. I
really
feel bad
like
for this
this one.
guy.
Yeah, and his family, like the fact that you, as a sister, I mean, I know me and my little brother like super close, and to watch your sibling go through that and not be able to help them and not understand what's going on. I mean, and growing up in a small town, I grew up in a very, very small town. And to this day, I'm a firm believer something horrible happened there, people many, many moons ago. And then they built the town over it and trapped whatever was evil in it. Because that town is a cesspool to me. But I do think there is non-human scary things and portals. And I guess if they really want you, they're going to get you. And it doesn't matter if you have your door shut or not. They're going
Yeah,
to come in.
I truly do. Yeah, if something's after you, if you don't have the knowledge to be able to back it off and to protect yourself,
Yeah.
there's not a lot that anybody else can do for you if they don't have the knowledge either. So
No.
yeah, it's almost it's similar to possession. It's
Yeah.
similar to possession. And believe it or not, guys, there's still possession going on. One of our co-hosts on one of our other shows went through an exorcism. If you go
Really?
to Pocatello Paranormal Research, our YouTube channel, and you go to one of our play tab called The Thin Line, Doc talks about his possession case. So he went through an exorcism.
Ooh.
Yes.
I will have to go watch that one.
That's the only reason why I will tell you and say it publicly, is because he went public on that show about it
Yeah.
and what he went through. And it happens. It happens. So
I think more than people think.
yeah, and
I mean,
it's not like the movies, guys. It's
no.
there, but there are cases. There are cases. The initial case at Exorcism, the movie was created from, was a young man. It was a young boy who was possessed, and his case was really, really well researched. And he was hospitalized for several years because of the possession, with a lot of people, medical doctors and priests, working on cleansing him, and to for many, many years, decades. I don't know if the hospital still stands because it's quite old now. It would be quite old, but for decades they closed the wing of the hospital that he was kept in because so many crazy things would go on in there. They never felt safe again. So after he
That's
was cleansed of the
insane.
possession, and he grew up to be an adult and and his story became the Exorcist story, with Hollywood liberties.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. There's things that we don't fully understand our world.
No.
Thank goodness, because how boring would it be? I mean, I'm an environmental
Oh, yeah.
scientist. How boring would it be if we didn't have something to study?
Oh, so boring.
So boring. So,
I mean, but I at least love the fact that I have a wide enough open mind that it's like I look at the universe. I'm like, okay, you cannot tell me out of all these billion and billions of light years that we're it. There is
right.
nothing special about us. And actually, a lot of humans are very evil.
So,
And
yeah, yeah.
so it's like, I don't know. I think there's so much we have no idea about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun to learn and to hear new stories. And I don't ever try to discount someone's story because it's their story and it's something that they feel they've gone through. And hey, I validate you on that because I've seen some stuff that could never be explained or heard things that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I showed you that one picture on my phone that I'm like, there's no way, no way. This could have been a reflection of anything. It was at midnight in the mountains that I'm like, no, it's not possible. And then you like jump down to the line of the missing 411s.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely love his stories. What is his name?
Dave Pilates.
Yes, I love his stories because it is so amazing to me how they're just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the one story that we went up to that
Yes.
area in Idaho.
And let
Pardon
Ori
me,
in.
Eileen. Like that, I'm like, was this a missing 411 situation?
Mm-hmm.
Or,
Yeah.
I don't know,
A lot of people go missing every year. They vanish. So
just gone.
just gone. Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. We hope that you liked this case. I thought it was cool. I loved the supernatural edge to this one. That was really
Oh,
cool.
I
It's
thought it'd
not
be
just
fun to bring one to
no,
like,
I like it. They're kind of hard to
yeah,
find, actually, these
very.
supernatural cases. So I'm glad that you brought one to the table. And next week we'll have a I've got some great stories all ready to go. And these are all true, guys. These are not stuff we're making up. So hope you liked it, and keep telling your friends to subscribe. Our subscriber count is going up slowly. We love it.
Yay.
And join us over on our other page, Pocatello Paranormal Research. And I am going to build a new page for just my farm animals, and I will let you know what it is as soon as I get it done. Yeah. So you can live stream to your heart's desire really raunchy goats and a really cute donkey and horse. So
They're really cute.
yeah, they are. They're pretty cute. All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.